Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Hi.
Hi, how should I call you?
Maud.
Maud. Hi, Maud. My name is Miss May. How are you?
Yeah, thank you. I'm good.
Okay, beautiful. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself, Maud?
Uh, um, my name is Muhammad Zaini Adnan bin Hasnan. You can call me Maud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Malaysia.
So are you in Malaysia
Uh,
right now or are you in Melbourne?
Actually, I'm in Melbourne now.
Okay.
Currently, I'm working
Yes, beautiful.
and still study now, study English.
Beautiful. And do you work every day?
Monday until Friday only,
Okay,
from
that's good.
6 a.m. to 4:30.
Oh, that's very long.
Yeah,
A
a
long day.
bit,
And
a bit.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit tired actually,
Oh,
because yeah, you know, after finish work and then go eat and go taking shower.
yeah.
After that, I just continue class. So I feel tired about these 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Okay.
bit very difficult for me to work and study at the same time.
Yeah, it's quite challenging, isn't it? Okay. So, how long have you
Yeah.
been in Australia, Maud?
Uh, I've already been here about 3 years.
Okay. Do you like
Yeah.
Australia?
I'm follow my yes. I'm like so much very
Okay.
beautiful places and very good people also. So
That's good. Which part of
yeah.
Malaysia are you from?
Johor is
Okay. It's
south.
just close to
South.
Singapore, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You've been
Where
there
the
before, teacher?
Legoland is. Oh,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
haven't I haven't been to Johor, but I've been to Langkawi.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. I
Langkawi is
had
the best place to vacation. Good
Yes,
place.
I had a chance to have a vacation in Langkawi before the pandemic, but I haven't visited
Oh,
Malaysia after the pandemic. Yeah, but it was really good experience for me. I love the food.
oh, nice. You mentioned about Legoland. So
Yeah.
yes, I also like the food. I'm missing food so much.
Yeah, I
It's hard
know,
to find
right?
it here.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
taste is different, isn't it? A little bit
Yes.
different. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, today we are going to study reading. Okay. So can you
Oh.
tell me a little bit about the reason why you are studying English right now? Are you going to apply for permanent residency or are you going
Oh.
to apply for uni? What's the
Uh,
goal?
Actually, I want to apply the PR.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
my
do you know when you want to apply for your PR?
pardon
Do you know
when
when? Yeah, when do you
oh
want to apply for it?
uh after I got pass for the English test.
Okay. And
Uh,
can you tell me what is your target score?
I'm not sure about the target score for apply PR here. I
Okay.
think it's 5.5 or 6. I'm not sure about that.
Okay. What is the profession you're going to apply for?
Sponsor spouse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sponsor
my
spouse, okay.
yeah.
And what is your usual profession? What is your usual job?
My job was meat processing now.
Okay. Yeah. So
The-
for meat processing, we are looking into around 5.5 or 6, but of course the higher is the better, okay?
Yes.
So it's not that stressful. But of course, if we want to live and work in Australia and we want to really, maximize our life here, so 6.5, the higher the better. Okay. So today, let me just share with you my screen. Okay. Just give me 1 second,
Is
please.
it this one is a red class?
Yes, it is.
Ah, yes.
I
So
don't know where the others are.
just now got one student coming in, but she left already. I don't know why.
Oh, there
Then
she is. She's back. Chloe. Hey, Chloe.
I thought I just went I went the wrong class.
Oh no. Okay, you're now in the right class now.
Yeah, thank you.
How have you been, Chloe? It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. I'm doing fine because I'm struggling to like practice speaking and listening. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just talking to Maud a little bit earlier. Hi, Richie. How are you? Okay. So everybody, can you see my screen right now?
Yep.
All right, beautiful. So let's talk about today's objectives. Okay. So today it's going to be a little bit busy, but we'll try to squeeze in everything. Okay. So the first part of our lesson, we're going to do reading review, reading skills review. Then after that, we are going to have a reading passage, and we are going to read aloud the passage. Then, of course, based on the reading passage, we are going to extract some useful vocabulary, and we're going to have a vocabulary development. All right. After our vocabulary development, obviously, we will find out the meaning of those words, and we are going to contextualize them, which means to say, we are going to write sentences. Okay. Then, of course, I'm going to ask you to write your sentences and type it in the chat box, and I will be checking your grammatical structures and things like that. All right. And then, of course, on the second part of our class, we are going to do speaking strategies plus speaking practice. All right. So I'm going to explain everything in every part of the class that you feel, okay, I don't understand it really. I need some explanation from Miss May. Then just, put your hand up and I'm going to explain everything to you. All right. Okay. So first, let's start with our review today. All right. So maybe some of you have heard this before. So maybe some of you, this is not familiar. So that's why let's have a review to make sure that you are up to the task or up to date. All right. So the first one is, what are the different reading skills? Can anybody say if they know or not? If you don't know, it's fine. But if you know, let me know. So there are different kinds of reading skills. Can anybody tell me? No idea? Okay, so the first one is what we call the scanning. Okay, what is the scanning? So when you have like a newspaper and you are just looking for a specific information, you're not reading everything, okay? So when you're scanning, you are particularly looking for specific information. Yes? Okay. For example, the question is who? Who is the president, right? So do you need to read the entire text to find out who the president is? No. You're just going to look for a name of a person, isn't it? So for questions answerable by WH questions, what are WH questions, guys? Can
What?
Chloe give me one? So we have
What?
who,
Who?
what,
When?
when, what else?
Where?
Where?
Where, and one more. Which, yes, or why? Yes. So these questions are answerable by yes or no. Yeah. So if you say where is the venue? Where is the accident? Where did the earthquake happen? So you don't have to read the entire passage. You just look for a name of a place, right? Or if they say when did the earthquake happen? So you don't have again um to read the entire passage. You just need to know and scan for time. Is that clear so far? Scanning. All right. Number 2. Who can give me another reading skill? Hi, DC.
Hello, Miss May. How
How
are
are
you?
you today?
I'm good. It's so nice to see you
Oh,
again.
it's so nice to be here too. Okay, so we're just talking about reading skills before you join
Yes,
us, okay? It's
yes.
just a review. So if you know anything, let me know. All
Okay.
right, so we finished about scanning. What other reading skills do we have? So we also have skimming. Okay, what's the difference between skimming and scanning? You'll ask me. Miss May, what about skimming? What is that? Okay, so skimming is for identifying the main idea. Okay, so what is this text talking us about? What is this about? Okay, so maybe Maud will read a newspaper and say, you know, Miss May, I read a newspaper today. And I will say, okay, Maud, what did you read about? Well, I read from the newspaper that the price of petrol is going to increase again next month. Okay. So you need to understand the main idea. You don't have to tell me everything about that news, but you can tell me like, well, this is the main idea of the news I've read. Okay. Or Chloe would say, you know what, Miss May, I've read a newspaper just this morning while I was on the train. I was like, oh, okay. So Chloe, what did you read from the newspaper? Oh, did you know, Miss May, that actually Australia is experiencing recession right now? You know, so she's just telling me about the main idea. She's not telling me everything that she've read about that news. Okay, so that's called scheming when you are only trying to identify the main idea. All right, moving on. So of course, so we have scanning, scheming, and we also have previewing. Okay, so what is that? So previewing is actually identifying what the text is. Okay, so when we are previewing something, we look for the title, right? So the title of the article tells us a lot of things about what it is about. Or you have to look for the layout, yes? For example, if you say like, oh, this is a layout for job vacancy, right? Because they have like squares there. Oh, this is an announcement layout. Hi, Farouk, good to see you. So you'll be able to identify what am I reading? Am I reading a magazine article? Am I reading an advertisement? Am I reading an announcement? Am I reading a memo? So the preview, when you preview it, you'll be able to prepare yourself. What kind of article, what kind of text am I actually reading? Okay. And this is particularly important if you're going to sit for the test, because when you sit for IELTS test or other English tests, there are different kinds of text that they present to you. Okay. Number 4, what else do we have? So we have scanning, scheming, previewing. We also have paraphrasing. Okay. What is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing is when they are using many different kinds of words that has the same meaning. So it means that you're looking for synonyms. And this is particularly important, especially if you're going to sit for the test, because in the test, everything is paraphrased. They are not using the exact same word that you see in your text on the questions, right? So it's very, very important we develop our vocabulary. I cannot stress that enough. Develop your vocabulary, because if your vocabulary is weak, it's very difficult to understand the passage and the question. So paraphrasing, okay? Okay, what else? There's another one. Okay, and it is called inferring. Okay, what is inferring? So inferring, I'll just make that clearer. Inferring, okay. So inferring is making intelligent guess based on the given information. Okay, so for example, they will say there that senior citizens will have 25% discount, right? And then they'll say the price of ticket is $10. And the question would be, how much do senior citizens have to pay? Right? They don't tell you exactly what it is, but because based on that information, $10, 25% discount, so you know that they're only going to pay $7.50. But they don't tell you that because they want you to infer how much do you understand this information, basically by thinking deeper, and that needs deeper English, right? Because if your English is not deep, you won't be able to understand. So why is it 750? Why is the right answer 750? Because at the back of your head, you process, yeah, 25% of 10 is $2.50. So $2.50, 10 minus $2.50 is 750, right? So that's higher level thinking, critical thinking skills. But that's a very, very important reading skills, especially when you are doing your test, okay? So this is the different reading skills. And as we keep on studying, we will develop all of them. So to make it easier for you to remember, every time I'll say, what are the different reading skills? I would just say it's a spy. Spy for reading, right? Scanning, scheming, paraphrasing, reviewing, and inferring. Spy for reading. You know the spy? And they're always looking? Yeah, that's that. Makes you a really good reader if you're a spy. You have the spy skills to read. And that's SSPPI. Scanning, scheming, previewing, paraphrasing, inferring. Right? Chloe, what are the 5 reading skills?
Spy.
Yeah.
Scanning, scheming, reviewing, paragraphing, and inferring.
Paraphrasing.
Paraphrasing.
Very good.
Yep.
Maud, what is the 5 reading skills or spy?
Scanning, scheming, previewing, paraphrasing, inferring.
Beautiful. I'd just like to say hi to Constantine. Hi, Constantine. And Kwong Sing Chong. And let me just say hi to you guys.
Hi, teacher. You call me Elvin.
Oh,
Elvin.
that's
Hi, Miss
Alvin.
May.
Yeah.
Hi, Alvin. Hi, Paru. Hi, Constantine. Hello to you guys.
Hi, everyone.
Before I say hello to you, we were just reviewing the 5 reading skills, okay? Scanning, scheming, previewing, paraphrasing, and inferring, okay? All right, so now we are going to move on. If you want to take a photo of these notes, you can do that. And we are now going to move to our reading practice. If you need to go to the toilet at any time, you don't need to ask my permission. If you need to answer your call, you can do that as well. Just put yourself on the mute. If you need to go to the bathroom or get a tea or coffee, you don't need to ask me. All right. We are all adult students here. The most important thing is for us to respect each other. Okay. So I am going to stop sharing this and I'm going to project our reading passage. Okay. Just give me one moment while I prepare the materials for you guys. All right. So we have a very academic text today, and I hope everybody can see Miss May's screen. Yes. Can you see my screen? Yeah, so we're gonna have a look at this text. It's called Investors Expect the Economy to Avoid Recession. All right, so I'm gonna try to make it a little bit bigger for you guys so that's easier to read. Okay. I am going to ask you to read one paragraph each. And if it's difficult for you, just let me know. Okay. Now let's start with Chloe.
From the start,
Yes, please.
with its trajectories,
Yeah.
headwinds and tailwinds, the language of central banking abounds with evaluation metaphors.
Yep.
Sorry, I blocked my
That's all right.
because the screen, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
With aviation
Aviation.
metaphors. Little surprise then that the policymakers' most heroic feat is named after Apollo 11's success in the space race. For once, a soft landing occurs when heat is taken out of the economy without causing it to veer into recession. Yet the phrases illustrious origins hide an ignominious reality. The first time such a landing was predicted in 1973 by George Short, America's Treasury Secretary.
Yes.
Things did not go to plan. A recession began almost immediately. Inflation blazed for the rest of the decade. Prices finally cooled under Paul Volcker, a Federal Reserve chairman, but only after interest rate rises tipped America into successive recessions and the worst joblessness since the Second World War.
Fantastic. Thank you, Maud. The next one, please.
So Mr. Schultz forecast was catastrophically wrong. It was not unusual, as Michael Kantrowitz of Piper Sandler, an investment firm, has pointed out. Investors often think a soft landing lies ahead as a Fed tightening cycle comes to an end. That is exactly what is happening this time around. Since October, the S&P 500 share price index of large American firms has risen by 60%, and index of investment-grade corporate bond price compiled by Bloomberg, data provider, has rallied by 9%. Worries about recession overwhelming a few months ago. seem almost forgotten.
Thank you. Next, Faru.
If history is unequate, such fears are likely to return. It is not that soft landings are impossible. Since the 1970s, Fed policymakers have managed them basically twice. In 1984 and 1995, America's stock market began to rally just as interest rates reached their peak. Investors who bought early were
Rewarded.
rewarded with sustained multi-year bull markets.
Good. Next, Constantine.
But there have been 6 other tightening cycles in the past 50 years, and all were followed by recession. Even if the 6 in 2019 was complicated by the COVID-19 pandemic. One lesson is that soft landings rare and hard ones are more likely. The most troubling lessons is that in the early day, the two scenarios in this in this
Indistinguishable.
Indistinguishable, based on how stock markets behave. Before each of the hard landings, share prices began to rally, in some cases for up to a year. Then things started to go wrong. The economy sputtered, optimism flagged, and stocks plunged.
Thank you. Can I ask Alvin to read the next paragraph, please?
Yes, teacher. Mr. Kantrowicz explanation for the similarity between the very different scenarios is that at least in the early days, hard landing look a lot like soft ones. Both future interest rate risks followed by a pivot as the market price in future cut and sure begin to rally for the soft landings. This is the end of the story. But for the hard ones, the worst is still ahead. Employment weakens along with housing and investors take a battering.
Thank you. DC, can you read the next one?
Yes, Miss May.
Thank you.
Therefore, buoyant share prices today offer little information about whether the Fed's present tightening cycle will end happily, a matter on which opinion remains sharply divided. More cheerful types. Chiefs, among them Joe Biden, America's president, point to an impressively resilient economy and a labor market that is booming despite the swiftest series of internet rate rises since Volcker's area. Other Others fear, however, that the impact of rate increases is still to come. Edward Cole of Men Group, an assessed manager, worries that tightness is in the labor market and an excess of household savings, both leftovers from the pandemica are oh my god, it's so small the letters, delaying the pain of monetary tightening that will eventually be left. The average response of 71 professional economists surveyed in January by the Wall Street Journal. A newspaper puts a probability of recession in the next 12 months at 61%.
Beautiful. Richie, can you read the next one?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you.
If the stock market is an inadequate guide, other indicators have more predictive power. Unfortunately, they present a less rosy picture. In previous Fed tightening cycles, soft landings were typically preceded by relatively low inflation and accompanied by looser bank lending standards. Today's circumstances are the exact opposite.
Thank you. Can I get back to Chloe, please, for the last sentence, last paragraph?
Yeah. The shortest recession indicator of all is the gap between 10-year and 3-month Treasury yields. Typically, this is positive with long-term yields higher than short-term ones. And as investors demand a higher return to lock up their money for longer. The gap has turned negative, meaning investors expect imminent and sustained rate cuts. Only 9 times in the past half-century, 8 were followed by recession. The 9th negative spell started last October and continues today. And Fed officials bring the economy into land. The most reliable part of the dashboard is flashing red.
Thank you. All right. So how many % of understanding do you have from these texts? Did you understand this? A little, 50%, 20%? How many?
30%.
20, Alvin?
30.
30%. Okay, that's
I
good
think
enough.
only 10%.
Oh my God.
10%, Mod, 10%?
Yeah,
Teacher,
I have a problem with my vocabulary. I don't understand
Okay.
some
oh
most
my
of the
God.
word.
This is difficult. Don't stress. This is really quite difficult. What about Chloe? How many % of understanding?
I would say maybe 30% because I'm concentrating to read the words and not understand the meaning of
So you
Yeah.
focus on the words that you don't know. So if you don't know the word, I can't understand everything. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What about Faru?
I understand maybe 20%.
20%. Okay. What about Constantine?
Oh, I think about 20%.
Okay, 20%. Yeah. Richie?
It's about 20 or 30, teacher.
Okay, 20 or 30. Yes, good,
There are
good.
a lot of the word that I don't know. They're very hard, this one.
Yeah. And what about DC?
Up to about 20-30% is a little bit hard, this one.
Yes, it is hard. Okay, so now because you said, okay, Miss May, I don't understand many of the things. We are going to study some of the useful vocabulary, okay? But let's talk about the general idea What is this about? No, don't worry about the vocabulary. Don't worry about that. For that 10% or 20% or 30%, tell me, what is that 20% or 10% that you understood from this text? Who wants to start? I will get it, even if it's 10%, even if it's 5%, just tell me what you understood.
Talk about economy.
Yeah, okay, yes.
And before since to World War. So after effect the economy.
Yes.
And more about America.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
30% is I know that.
Yes, okay. Yeah. So they're saying that the level of economic problem in America is like the same as that time after World War. Yeah, you make a point there, Alvin. And what is the cause of this problem? Because long time ago it's the World War. But what is the cause of this problem now?
Pandemic, COVID.
Yes, the COVID pandemic. Yes, this really bad, really bad economic recession during World War II, exactly the same. We have a lot of problems. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough jobs. And during that time, it was during the World War, but now we're experiencing exactly the same thing, but because of the pandemic. Well done. Any other input that you want to share with me? There is no right or wrong answer here, guys. Who else wants to share their ideas or understanding? Anyone else? Don't be scared.
Yeah, what I understand is the same.
Yes.
Alvin and Constantine, the problem with the economy compared with the past, like after the World War II,
yeah,
and recently after we have struggled with the pandemic, everything doesn't like start back to normal. Even like settle down. The COVID, the pandemic is settled down, but we still struggle with that.
Yes, it is going to be struggling. Yes, because there's a lot of interest rates that's happening.
Yeah, that's why it's up.
The business
up. They mentioned the rate, interest rate. They're talking about like property, something loan, something involved with the money, with the financial. Because like the people are living, I think even they said the past like 50 years, it's circle means come back again. So everything will start from the hard one again.
Yeah, exactly. We're just back to zero. We just got to start from the beginning, right? Maud, do you want to input something?
I'm not. I also know a little bit about what Richie said also.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing what I know, and the rest I'm not sure about it.
Don't worry. Okay, Chloe.
They're talking about the stock market. Maybe just the pandemic, and so they're stuck in there.
Yes.
I think pretty much is that.
Yeah, that's fine. What about Constantine? Any other input, Constantine, you want to share with us?
No, I haven't ideas for edit more interesting.
Okay. DC, any other input?
No, teacher, it's the same things.
All right. Faru, any other input?
No, teacher.
All right. So now we are going to learn some important vocabulary. And hopefully, as we learn that vocabulary, when you read this again, you will have a better understanding. So maybe after we learn this vocabulary, when you read it again at home, then that 20%, I will be expecting that to be becoming 40% or 50%. Okay. So don't worry too much. You will say, this week I read a newspaper and I already understand 15%. But if you keep on doing that, you will realize, after 1 week, wow, I'm understanding 25%. And then after 2 weeks, wow, I'm understanding 30%, right? So if you keep on doing it every day, By the end of 1 month, you will be surprised. Wow, I can understand 80% of this. But if you don't start reading, you will not understand nothing. Okay? So practice makes progress, and you keep learning little things every day, and then that little things every day will become big. You keep on doing those things. All right. So today I've chosen 15 words, and these are a little bit difficult words. So I want to share it with you guys, and then you'll be able to know the meaning of these words, and then after that we will try to make sentences. All right, so I'll make it a little bit bigger because you might not see it properly. Oh, I can't make it bigger, guys, sorry. All right, so let's read the first word first together. If you can follow me, please. Veer.
Veer.
Good.
Here.
Ignominious.
Ignominious.
Successive.
Successor.
Successive.
Catastrophically.
Catastrophically.
Recession.
Recession.
Indistinguishable.
Indistinguishable.
Sputter.
Sputter.
Optimism.
Optimism.
Plunged.
Plunged.
Pivot.
Pivot.
Buoyant.
Buoyant.
Resilient.
Resilient.
Inadequate.
Inadequate.
Indicator.
Indicator.
Imminent.
Imminent.
Beautiful. Chloe, your turn, please. The 15 words.
Veer. Ignominious.
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 Yeah, this is N.
Successive. Catastrophically.
Good.
Recession.
Good.
Indistinguishable.
Good.
Sputter.
Good.
Optimism.
Optimism. Good.
Plunged.
Good.
Pivot.
Good.
Buoyant.
Good.
Resilient.
Good. Inadequate.
And inadequate.
Good.
Indicator.
Yes.
Eminent.
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 Yes, very good. Maud, your turn.
Veer. Ignominious. Successive. Catastrophically.
Good.
Recession.
Good.
Indistinguishable.
Good.
Sputter.
Good.
Optimism.
Good.
Plunge.
Good.
Pivot.
Yes.
Buoyant.
Yes.
Resilient.
Yes.
Inadequate.
Good.
Inadequate.
Yes.
Indicator. And last one, imminent.
Good. Next, DC, your turn.
Is veer.
Yeah.
Ignominious.
Yeah.
Successive. Catastrophically. Recession. What's the fifth one?
Recession.
Sorry, I can understand the word. Sorry, recession.
Yeah.
Indistinguishable. Oh my God.
Indistinguishable.
Indistinguishable.
Very good.
Sputter. Optimism.
Yeah. Plunged.
Plunge.
Yeah.
Pivot.
Yes.
Buoyant.
Buoyant.
Resilient.
Yeah.
Inadequate.
Good.
Is that number 14 IN?
Yes.
Indicator.
Good.
Imminent.
Very good. Let's hear it from Faru.
Veer. Ignominious.
Yeah.
Successive. Catastrophically.
Yeah.
Recession. Indistinguishable.
Yeah.
Sputter. Optimism.
Yeah.
Plot. Pivot. Buoyant.
Yes.
Resilient.
Yep.
Inadequate.
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 Good.
Kata. Imminent.
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 Beautiful. Thank you. Constantine, your turn, please.
Okay. Wir
Mhm.
ignominious successive catastrophically
Yes.
recession,
Yes.
indistinguishable
Mhm.
spate,
Yes.
optimism,
Plunged.
plunged, pivot,
Buoyant.
buoyant, resilient,
Inadequate.
inadequate, indicator, imminent.
Imminent. Beautiful. Can I hear it from Alvin?
Yes. Where
Mhm.
ignominious,
Yes.
successive,
Yes.
catastrophically
Yes. It's a long word.
resistance,
Yes.
indistinguishable,
Indistinguishable.
indistinguishable.
Guishable. Yeah.
Oh my God. Sputter,
Sputter. Mhm.
optimism,
Optimism. Yeah.
plums,
Yes.
private,
Pivot. Yes.
buoyant,
Yes.
resilience,
Resilient. Yes.
inadequate,
Inadequate. Yes.
indicated,
Yes.
eminent.
Yes. Imminent. Very good. And Richie, please.
Fear, fear,
Mhm.
ignominious, successive, catastrophically,
Mhm.
resistant, indistinguishable,
Yes.
sputter, optimism, plunge,
Yes.
pivot, buoyant, resilient,
Yes.
and adequate, indicator, imminent.
Very good. Did I call everybody? All right, so let's learn the meaning of all these words. Chloe, what is the meaning of the word veer?
Change and
Change direction.
change direction rapidly.
So it changed direction rapidly. So it's veer, all right? Veer, change direction rapidly. Maud, what is the meaning of ignominious?
Causing public shame.
Yes, causing public shame, right? Good.
Shame or
Next.
shame?
Shame. S-H-A-M-E. S-H-A-M, shame.
M for
Mang, M. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Okay, next, can I hear it from DC? What's the meaning of successive?
Successive following or one another.
Yes, following one another, a successive, right? Successive. So you can say that the central bank is increasing the interest rate successively, following one another. Catastrophically, Faru, what is the meaning of that?
Catastrophically is in a way that involves great damage.
Yes, so the earthquake in Turkey was catastrophically great, killed so many people, and destroys a lot of property. Recession, Constantine, what do we mean by recession?
A period of economic decline.
Yeah, so the entire world is experiencing recession right now. What about indistinguishable, Alvin?
Yes, not able to be identified as different or distinct.
Distinct, right? Like for example, some ladies, they like the bag Louis Vuitton, right? But the Louis Vuitton is so expensive, so they
Yes.
will buy a fake one, and they will say, it's indistinguishable anyway, so I will buy the fake ones, right? So
Okay.
you cannot tell the difference, right?
Okay.
Let's go to Richie. Rich, what's sputter?
Sputter is make a series of soft explosive or spitting sounds.
Yeah, so like when you are trying to turn on the engine of your car, like boom, 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 like that, that's a sputter, right? That's an example of a sputter. All right, going back to Chloe, what's optimism?
Hopefulness and
Hopefulness.
hopefulness and confidence about the future.
Yeah, so for example, they will say like, oh, I'm going to go to Australia. I'm going to find a job, I'm going to achieve all my dreams. You're very optimistic. You're very hopeful that
Like a
you're
think
going.
a bright side, right?
Yeah, very positive. Correct. Optimism. Plunged. What do we mean by plunge, Maud?
Dive quickly.
Yeah, so they say like the money, like our money, the value of the money plunge. It means it's
Go
it's
down.
nothing anymore. It's going
Oh.
down so badly, plunge, right? Pivot. DC.
Pivot. Of
Crucial.
importance in Miss May, I don't understand the word. Sorry.
Relation.
In relation to success.
Success, yes. Pivot, okay? So it's very important. It's crucial for you to be able to success. You need to pivot. All right. Buoyant, let's hear it from Constantine.
Able to keep afloat.
Afloat, yeah, just the boat, the boats are buoyant, or the ship. The ship is very big, but it is afloat. It's buoyant because they designed the ship to be buoyant. And resilient, let's hear it from Alvin.
Yes. Able to recover quickly.
Yeah, so if you're resilient, if for example, if you have a problem right now, and if you're a resilient person, you'll be able to recover quickly. You will not go into depression because you'll be able to, to come.
Yeah, recover back.
Yeah, get back on your feet.
Yeah. All right.
Inadequate, let's hear it from Richie.
Inadequate, it means it's not enough.
Yeah, so people are saying like, look, even if I work so hard, my earning is inadequate to support my family because of the recession, right? Just everything is just so expensive these days. My money is inadequate anymore. Indicator, let's hear it from Faru.
What is it, Miss? Sorry.
Indicator number 14.
Indicates the state or level of smooth
of something. Yes.
Something.
Yes. So the thing that indicates the state or level of something. So the indicator. How can we say that we are poor? What's the indicator? So for example, the indicator is, well, you can't pay your rent. So if you can't pay your rent regularly, if you don't have a job, then you are poor. That's the indicator. Things that indicate a state or level of something. Imminent. Let's hear it from Maud. Imminent.
About to happen.
Yes, it's about to happen. We can't prevent it, right? Economic recession is imminent. We can't prevent it because of the pandemic. All right. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to give you 5 minutes right now to study these words. After 5 minutes, we are going to do spelling test. And then after that, we're going to contextualize this vocabulary. So Quickly, 5 minutes quiet time to study these words and then spelling test. Three minutes more. Two minutes more. One more minute. All right, let's go. Spelling time, everybody. Get ready to type the answer. Number 1, imminent. Type in the chat. Imminent. Good. Beautiful. Number 2, indicator. Chloe, typo error. Next, inadequate. Constantine, spelling. Next, resilient. Next, buoyant. Next, pivot. Next, plunged. Next, optimism. Next, sputter. Faru spelling. Next, this is long, indistinguishable. Indistinguishable. Next, recession. Chloe spelling. Next, catastrophically. Catastrophically. Spelling. Next, successive. Next, ignominious. Odd spelling. Richie. Next and final, veer. Veer. Beautiful, everybody. Now let's go back to okay. We're going to create our contextualization. Okay, so first one is veer. Everybody will try to create a sentence using the word veer. Remember that it means change direction rapidly. Okay, so My husband veered the car when he realized we're on the wrong path. Now, everybody try to write me a sentence using the word veer. Let's go. In the chat box. What's the next one? Economics. Trying, everybody. My mother veered, not going out for dinner. Yeah? Thank you, guys. I'm gonna check your sentences. The radio said the storm's coming from the west, so the airplane has veered to southwest. Good. So Richie, so veer, because you're using has, so it has got to be has veered. Okay? It should be PP. Very good. And airplane is just one word. The captain veered the boat, but it almost hit the iceberg. Good. She is unlikely to veer from his boss's strong held views. So bosses, so boss, so possessive with apostrophe. Yes, Farber? We are ignominious to someone else. What does it mean? You're shamed to someone else? The army veered when they realized the enemy is in front of them. Realized because it's the past. I veered today when I went to pick my children from school. Okay? Yeah? Okay, next. Ignominious. Something shameful. Public disgrace. And while you're doing that, I'm going to continue making some sentences. Recession. After the earthquakes. No, we can't use it like this, Alvin. So it's one after the other. So you can say there's a successive earthquake and tsunami. Yeah. The Angel of Force 10 has done something bad in the media, on the media, which is ignominious. Good. She was ignominiously forced to resign. Yeah, good. Yeah. He will ignominious if he take money from the charity donation. He will be ignominious. He will be. She made one mistake and his career came. Also, he or she. So if you are thinking about she, then and her career came to an ignominious end. Okay. The air conditioner was not cooling. Okay, so the air conditioner was not cooling and it is catastrophically bad for our health. Okay, I will write it down for you. So the air conditioner was not cooling and it's catastrophically bad for our health. Can you fix that for me, Alvin?
Miss May, I have to
Yes.
go because my older son is going to come tomorrow. I have to make him ready.
Okay. Thank
He's
you
going
for
to-
joining us,
Thank you, Miss
Kissy.
May. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you, you too. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.
Teacher, can you say again? Can you
Okay,
teach me
sure.
again?
Sure, I can write it for you. So, the air conditioner was not cooling. So it was catastrophically bad for our health.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. The successive murders had happened in our neighborhood. It is so terrifying. Well done, Chloe. The fire damage at the plants has catastrophic consequences for the business. Good. Well done, Constantine. Very good. Now, if you're finished with catastrophically, catastrophic, move on to recession. And while doing that, I'll continue with mine as well. I need to do optimism. 8. Optimism. Next, plunged. The governor is ignominious due to lack of activity. Yes, good. Earthquake in Indonesia has become. Okay, so earthquake in Indonesia has become the source of recession. So because of the earthquake, the recession is happening. So earthquake in Indonesia has become the source, the cause of recession. Good. The catastrophically. Okay, so you cannot use catastrophically. So you can say the catastrophically bad hurricane. So because catastrophically is describing. So it's an adverb. So the catastrophically strong hurricane has taken thousands of people's lives. Okay, thousands of people's lives. The catastrophically strong hurricane. Good, good. Well done. And I am up to number 10, which is pivot. Thank you. Okay, so her necklace. Her necklace looks indistinguishable. The unemployment rate went up because of the recession. Yes, correct. Thank you, Chloe. Keep going, everybody. The weather. Weather spelling. Weather. The weather is going bad. Okay, when the rain is successively followed by strong winds. When the rain is successively followed by strong winds. Fix that, Maud.
All right, teacher.
Yeah, he is a man of apparently boundless optimism. Correct. Well done, Faru. Look carefully when you walk into the woods, into the woods. The fire ants are indistinguishable. Well done. Good job. Next, what's my next word here? Is resilient. Resilient. Okay, so the car sputter when it exhausts. The car's exhaust pipe. Okay, so the car's exhaust pipe sputters. Oh my God, Chloe. He talks a lot and sputters some saliva to everyone's face. That's so gross. Correct sentence. Well done. Good job. Keep going, everybody. Come on. We're going to finish all these 15 sentences. You're doing a great job. Okay, what's my next word? Inadequate, indicator, eminent. Okay, inadequate. Inadequate. I can hear the sputter from the engine on the high speed. Yes, correct. He was working at a software engineering company. He is looking for optimism. He's looking optimistic. Is that what you want to say, Alvin? He is looking optimistic. Yeah. Some districts in East Australia have been catastrophically damaged after the after the 6.5 magnitude earthquake. Maud, fix that. Some districts in East Australia have been catastrophically damaged after the 6.5 magnitude earthquake. Okay. All right. And number 15 is imminent. Imminent. Yeah. Okay, where are we now? We are in catastrophically. Okay, so we'll try some more. Keep going, everybody. We're gonna do this for the next 8 more minutes. So just keep trying. 8 more minutes for this task. My friend's business has been in recession. But recession is about the economy, Maud, not just the business. It's the country. Okay. But you can say that my friend's business has been affected by a recession.
All right.
Although my cousin failed several times on, not off, on IELTS exam, he held his optimism to overcome it. Good. He not held. He held his optimism. He kept. He kept.
Okay, so when we're using held, using kept.
Is held is like you hold on to it, hold it. But kept is it's within you.
Yeah.
You keep it. You keep going. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, everybody, 5 minutes more. Try to write as much as you can in the next 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm confused with my twin friends. I'm confused with my twin friends because their looks is indistinguishable. Next, many companies did not manage to ride out the recession, correct. The new elected government is inadequate to provide free public service in the rural areas. Yeah, good. The situation in the world economy this year does not give optimism. Yeah, it's not very optimistic. Yeah, very good. Alvin, I don't know what this means. Try to paraphrase this one. 3 minutes more, everybody. Just try to manage as much as you can. 2 minutes. All right, wrap it up. Last chance to type, everybody. The ball would plunge because of the gravity. Correct. Correct. All right, finish it up, everybody. 1 more minute and we'll start something new. Do you guys want to take a photo of my sentences? Just scroll it up for you. So let's start with this if you want to take a photo.
Yes, teacher, next please.
Okay, move up. Okay, yes. Next.
Teacher, can I take photo from 1 to 6?
Of course. Okay, let's start with 1 to 6 again.
Sorry, teacher. Thank you.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to 7. 7 to 11. Let's take a photo. Okay, are we ready to move on? And let's do number 12 to 15. All right, now we are ready for the next part of our class tonight before we end up. So let's have a little bit of speaking practice. Okay, so we're gonna do some speaking practice 1, part 1. Simple. But I want you to remember your strategy. So R plus I plus E and magic 3. Okay. So R stands for restate the question. I stands for insert your idea. All right. And E stands for extend your idea. Okay. Magic 3 means that you have to make or answer using 3 sentences. Okay? For example, if the question is something like this, tell me about the part of the country where you live. Okay, so the question is, of course, you can't read this question. The examiner will ask you this question. So, but just for this discussion part, I'll just write it for you. Tell me about the part of the country where you live. Okay, so this will be your question. Now, you don't just want to restart the question and say, the part of the country where I live. No, because if you want to make a strong restatement, when you restate, you have got to paraphrase the question. What do we mean by paraphrase? It means you are going to use synonyms. You're going to use different vocabulary, which has the same meaning, okay? So here, the part that we have to paraphrase is part of the country where you live, right? So you might want to say, well, right? You can say, well, I actually reside. Okay, so the word live now here is paraphrased as reside. Yeah. Okay, so well, I actually reside in the southern, okay, in the southern area, in the southern location, in the northern location, right? It's up to you in the southern, okay, southern, northern, okay, capital, yeah, capital area. Capital area. And then here, this is just your I. And then obviously you want to put your idea, right? So idea, which is called whatever that place is, the name, right? And then you extend your idea. This area is famous for whatever that is. So you're extending, right? Okay. And then well, I actually reside in the southern capital, which is called this. Okay, so this is your first sentence. This area is famous for, and then you have to add another sentence. So if I'm going to answer this question, right? Tell me about the part of the country where you live. And then so I say, well, I actually reside in the southern part or southern area of my country, which is called Batangas. This area is famous for coffee and beach resorts. As a matter of fact, a lot of tourists visit my small province every summer. Okay, so you extend your answer. Is that clear so far? All right, who wants to try? Remember, always make something 3-sentence. Anybody? Any volunteer? You're going to answer the same question. Tell me about the part of the country where you live. And you can use this structure. What did they do? Sorry. Okay. Ready, everybody? Alvin, want to try?
Okay.
Okay, Alvin, tell me about the part of the country where you live.
Well, I actually live in southern of.
No, just copy this one. So don't use the word live. You want to use the word reside because you want to paraphrase it. So just
Okay.
copy this one, okay? Tell me about the part of the country where you live.
Well, I actually reside in the southern of Malaysia. Yes, which is in the southern side.
Which is called?
Which is called southern side. The name is Johor.
Okay, so which is called Johor. You don't have to say the name because which is called is the same as the name. Let's try again. Well,
I actually reside in the southern of area, which is called Johor. this area is famous for beef noodle soup.
And one more sentence.
One more sentence is they have many feature of the shoe.
Yeah, good. Okay, let's try that one more time without mistake. Tell me about the part of the country where you live.
Well, I actually reside in the southern area, which is called Johor. This area is famous for beef noodle soup, and they still have a lot of many feature of shoe.
Good. Well done. Thank you. Next, Chloe, ready?
Okay.
Tell me about the part of the country where you live.
Well, I actually reside in southern area in Taiwan, which is called Hsinchu. And the area is famous for the science park. They manufacture the electrical gadgets.
Yeah.
And there are some tourisms has to come here for the night markets.
Good. Well done. Good job, Chloe. Yeah. One more time. Flawless, no pauses. Okay. Well,
I actually reside in the southern area, which is sorry, one time. Well, I actually reside in northern area in Taiwan, which is called Hsinchu. The area is famous for the electrical
industry.
Yeah.
Okay.
The area is famous for electrical industry. They're also famous for the night markets.
Very good. So, next. Can I hear it from Constantine?
Okay. Well, I actually reside in the eastern part of my country, called area.
What is the name of your city?
Vladivostok.
Okay.
It's
this area. What is it famous for?
But I won't call about region.
Yeah.
About region. The space of space. The region called Primorsky region, and
okay.
This area is famous to animals which live in this territory.
Okay. One more.
One such as Siberian tiger and Amur leopard.
Fantastic. Well done, Constantine. Next is Richie.
Well, I actually reside in the capital city of Cambodia, which is called Phnom Penh. This area is famous for historical site, like tourism destination, such as nice markets, and also have a very good street food.
All right, well done. Good. Next, Maud, your turn.
Well, I actually reside in the southern Johor southern area, which is called Johor. So,
This
this
area.
area is famous for vacation, which is Legoland theme park, Legoland water park, and aquarium.
Okay. One more sentence.
Oh,
Because this area is the same. This area is famous for it.
really?
Another one more.
And also good for food,
Such as?
Nasi lemak.
Okay, let's try that one more time flawlessly.
Well, I actually reside in the southern area, which is called Johor. This area is famous for vacation, which is Legoland theme park, Legoland water park, and aquaria, and also famous for the foods, which is nasi lemak.
Very good. All right, good. So every time we try to answer practice 1 or section 1 of the speaking, remember R, restate the question, I, insert idea, E, extend your answer, and magic 3. Make sure your answer is 3 sentences. Is that clear so far? Beautiful. Okay, so let's have a little bit of wrap up before I let you guys go tonight. Chloe, what are the 3 things that you learned in the class today?
The whole lesson. The speaking strategy.
Yeah.
And the reading strategy.
Beautiful. And can you give me 3 vocabulary that you learned today?
Yeah. Amendness.
Imminent.
Yeah, eminent.
Yes, 2 more.
Inadequate.
Yes, and 1 more.
And in indicator.
Beautiful. Richie, what are the 3 things you learned in the class today?
I learned like a lot of new words.
Yeah.
Yeah, the part of speaking. Like today, like actually aside not to use the word living, and new word technically they're really hard for me.
Okay, and can you give me 3 vocabulary that you remember today?
In this thing question, in this
Distinguishable.
Distinguishable.
Yeah, good.
I'll be struggle with ice. Yeah, and inadequate.
Yes.
And private, eminent.
Yes, beautiful. Maud, what are the things you've learned in the class today?
Reading skill, vocabulary, and development and speaking strategy.
Beautiful. And what are the 3 words that you learned in the class today?
Boyan.
Yeah.
Inadequate.
Yeah, inadequate.
Successive.
Excessive. Beautiful. Alvin, what are the 3 things that you learned in the class today?
Reading skill.
Yeah.
Vocabulary development.
Yes.
And magic 3.
Yes, magic 3, good. And can you give me 3 words that you learned in the class today? 3 new words.
Recession.
Recession, yes. 2 more.
Successes.
Successive, yes. And 1 more.
Where? The one is
Veer. Yes. Good. Constantine, what are the 3 things you learned in the class today?
Reading skills, speaking strategy.
Good.
And vocabulary and
development.
Development, yes.
And what are the 3 words, new words that you learned in the class today?
Veer,
Spotter,
spotter and pivot.
Beautiful. Okay, do you guys have any questions for me? Clarifications? Okay. Did you enjoy your class tonight?
Yes, we enjoyed.
Yes, so happy to meet you all again, to see you all again, and to meet Maud. This is the first time I'm meeting Maud, but so happy to see Chloe again, and Richie, Alvin, and Constantine. Thank you so much, guys, for your hard work today. try to keep practicing the new vocabulary by writing sentences. And as I always said, try to read newspaper every day when you are on the train. Even just 10 minutes a day will really improve your reading skills. At the same time, it will improve your vocabulary, okay? So Miss Turner will be your teacher tomorrow, and I'll see you again in our next class. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Miss May.
Have a
You're
good night.
welcome. Bye.
Bye, Miss May. Bye, everybody.